Hello dear readers and subscribers. Today we're taking another stroll through art history to discuss the most controversial artworks of the post-war and contemporary era. Please note that this is the third video and third top 10 with controversial artworks, but you can see the entire overview with the top 30 most controversial artworks in our complete article online, or simply watch the other videos after this one. In our previous video, Austria was quite prominent, and in today's video we have a slight emphasis on the United Kingdom, with sharks and formaldehyde, guess who, but also empty canvases and empty gallery spaces. Sit tight and enjoy. Yoko Ono, born in 1933 in Tokyo, Japan, who lives and works between New York and Tokyo, is a pioneering artist, musician and activist associated with Fluxus and known for her enduring commitment to peace and social justice. Cut Piece, first performed in 1964, stands as one of the earliest and most influential examples of performance art. In the piece, Ono sat silently on stage, inviting audience members to come forward and to cut away pieces of her clothing with scissors. The performance evolved with each iteration as participants' behavior ranged from tentative and respectful to increasingly invasive. The work's reception has remained controversial. Some praised it as a powerful feminist statement, while others saw it as dangerously open-ended. The tension between consent and control and public interaction makes the piece a foundational moment in the history of performance arts. Gur Bruce, born in 1938 in Artning, Austria, is a foundational figure in Viennese actionism. In 1968, Bruce participated in the now infamous Art and Revolution performance at the University of Vienna, alongside fellow artists Otto Mühl, Peter Weibel and Oswald Wiener. During the event, Bruce defiled his body in a series of provocative gestures. He urinated, defecated, cut himself and sang the Austrian national anthem while smeared in his own excrement. The public reaction was swift and furious. Bruce was arrested, fined, and eventually fled to Berlin to avoid imprisonment. In the eyes of critics and politicians alike, Art and Revolution was not art but an unforgivable act of public obscenity, igniting debate that reached far beyond the art world and into the heart of Austria's national identity. Stuart Brzley, born in 1933 in Haslemere, England, residing and working in London, is known for his pioneering work in performance and installation art. In And For Today, Nothing, performed in 1972 at Gallery House in London, Brzley confined himself to a small, bleak bathroom space for 10 consecutive days. Each day he would inhabit the same bathtub, filled with diluted pig's intestines, standing or sitting in silence, while viewers observed his physical and psychological deterioration. The performance drew on visceral imagery of confinement, filth, and bodily decay, prompting discomfort and revulsion in the audience. While some praised its raw political edge, others dismissed it as grotesque and incomprehensible, igniting debate about the limits of art and the function of suffering in performance. Judy Chicago, born in 1939 in Chicago, is an American feminist artist, educator and writer, widely recognized for her pioneering role in the feminist art movement. The Dinner Party, completed in 1979 and permanently housed at the Brooklyn Museum, is considered one of the most iconic and controversial artworks of feminist art history. The installation takes the form of a triangular banquet table with 39 elaborate place settings, each dedicated to a significant woman from Western history or mythology. Each setting features personalized ceramics and vulvar-shaped plate designs placed on embroidered runners. An additional 999 names of women are inscribed on the floor tiles beneath the table. While many viewed the work as a bold reclamation of female achievement and an indictment of patriarchal art history, it also sparked fierce criticism. Detractors questioned its essentialist symbolism, its use of craft traditionally associated with women's work, and what some perceived as a reductive focus on genital imagery. Richard Serra, born in 1938 in San Francisco, California, and passed away in 2024 in New York, was an American sculptor known for his monumental works in steel and his rigorous investigations into space and the physical experience of sculpture. One of Serra's most disputed works, Tilted Arc of 1981, was commissioned by the US General Services Administration and installed in the Federal Plaza in New York City. The sculpture consisted of a 120-foot long, 12-foot high curved wall of raw steel that sliced across the plaza, physically and visually interrupting the public space. The piece quickly became a source of controversy among federal employees and members of the public who criticized it for obstructing pedestrian traffic and creating an oppressive atmosphere. After heated debates and a high-profile public hearing, the work was removed in 1989, an act Serra condemned as a violation of artistic freedom and site-specific integrity. Now that we're halfway through our list, as always I want to thank Squarespace for their generous support in making these videos possible. From our independent survey, they came out as the #1 website builders for artists, and as a result we have also created a complete free tutorial and also a template for artist websites to create your top-notch and high-end artist website swiftly and professionally. So if you're interested or in need of a new artist website, then everything can be found in the description below and also in the pinned comment. Now back to the controversy. Mark Quinn, born in 1964 in London, where the artist continues to work and reside, is a British contemporary artist known for his multidisciplinary practice. Quinn is particularly known for exploring bodily materials and processes as sculptural media. For instance, in Self of 1991, the first in a series of self-portraits that Quinn has recreated every 5 years using extraordinary and unsettling material, his own blood. The sculpture consists of a cast of the artist's head made from 10 pints of frozen blood, collected over several months and kept perpetually frozen in a specially designed refrigeration unit. Despite the criticism, or perhaps because of it, Self has been widely exhibited and has become one of Quinn's most recognized and contested works. Damien Hirst, born in 1965 in Bristol, residing and working between London and Devon, is one of the most prominent figures of the young British artists who rose to international fame in the 1990s. In 1999, Hirst unveiled the physical impossibility of death in the mind of someone living, a large glass vitrine containing a 14-foot tiger shark suspended in formaldehyde. Commissioned by collectors Charles Saatchi, the piece became an instant icon of contemporary art and an enlightening rod for criticism. Many criticized in particular the use of a real animal, raising ethical concerns about animal rights and preservation. Over time, the original shark deteriorated and was replaced in 2006, fueling debates about authenticity and the commodification of conceptual art. Zang Huan, born in 1965 in Anyang in the Henan province in China, is a multidisciplinary artist who emerged in the 1990s as part of Beijing's avant-garde East Village artist community. He became known for his physically intense performances that explored endurance, identity and the human condition. For instance, in 12 square meters of 1994, Zang sat motionless and nearly naked in a filthy public toilet, his body smeared with fish oil and honey, attracting swarms of flies. The performance lasted for about an hour, followed by Zang walking into a nearby pond to wash himself. Though widely praised in art circles for its uncompromising intensity, 12 square meters also faced backlash and censorship from authorities, highlighting the fraught relationship between avant-garde art and official culture in China during the 1990s. Martin Creed, born in 1968 in Wakefield, England, is a British artist known for his minimal interventions and deadpan humour. Exemplified in 2000 with the work Number 227, The Lights Going On and Off, a deceptively simple installation consisting of an empty gallery room where the overhead lights switch on and off at 5-second intervals. The work, which won the Turner Prize in 2001, divided critics and audiences alike. The controversy surrounding the Turner Prize win was especially intense, with public figures and tabloid newspapers deriding the work as meaningless and misusing public funds. To conclude, Jensen Haning, born in 1965 in Copenhagen, Denmark, where the artist continues to work and reside, is a conceptual artist known for his socially engaged, often provocative works that critique power dynamics, labor structures, and institutional systems. In 2021, Haning was commissioned by the Kunstmuseum of Modern Art in Aalborg to recreate 2 earlier works that displayed the average annual incomes of citizens in Denmark and Austria using physical currency embedded in frames. The museum let the artist 534,000 Danish kroner, which is approximately 84,000 $, to realize this project. Instead, Haning returned 2 empty frames titled "Take the Money and Run," declaring the act itself to be the artwork. He argued that the piece was a commentary on exploitative labor conditions in the art world, and that he had effectively performed the very subject the museum had asked him to illustrate, namely the value of money and work. The museum displayed the empty frames but later demanded that the money be returned, prompting a legal dispute. Public opinion was sharply divided. Some saw the gesture as a clever critique of institutional hypocrisy and artistic precarity, while others accused Haning of breach of contract and especially opportunism. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Feel free to watch the previous video with 10 shocking and controversial artworks next. Support us on Patreon and please consider subscribing to stay posted for more contemporary art. Bye.